and we are officially closed, and can't wait to show you guys everything that's going to happen. See, my days are cold without you, but I'm hurting while I'm near you, and my heart can't take no more. I am getting ready for our closing. Obviously, I don't have any makeup on. I don't plan on doing any makeup. This is not like, obviously every closing matters, but in this scenario, I'm in a hurry, and it's actually me coming out of retirement a little bit. We just decided, like, basically, like, last month, we were gonna start picking up fix and flips. If you guys aren't familiar, I actually have a lot of experience in doing fix and flips. I did like over 70 flips a year of real estate, and I decided, you know what? If an opportunity presents itself, we shouldn't be turning it down just because we're too busy doing multifamily. So I am today headed to my very first attorney, Melanie Mayer's office. She has been through everything with me through thick and thin. She's taught me so much. She's part of the reason why we had started our transaction coordinating company. She taught me so much as far as paperwork and drafting and things of that nature. And I will forever be grateful for her because she's helped me get to this point, and she's always been able to guide me as I'm learning through this thing called life and investor and real estate, all the things. So today I will be taking you guys along to her office, what it looks like to sign on a single family home. And I will also give some insight as far as what that entails, how you can do it, how I got into this deal with no money out of pocket. And we will be getting about $22,000 at closing. And we will be making about $57,000 in profit once we sell the flip. If you guys don't know me, my name is Brittany Bell, and I am a local real estate investor here in Atlanta, Georgia. I currently have 142 doors and about $19.4 million assets under management. I'm looking to get to 1,000 doors. I'm looking to eventually get to $100 million, and this is my journey of how I'm gonna get there. Stay tuned. If you guys don't know by now, Britt Brat is Carlos. But honestly, even if I wasn't Carlos, she would have picked me up anyways. But back to what I was saying. So although we are heavily in multifamily, we're doing bigger deals. I know you're probably like, why would you do a flip? And the whole point of doing flips is because it's just extra cash. Although cash flow is our number one goal, that's like the name of the game. Because at the end of the day, we want to eventually not have to do anything. We don't have to work. We want to be able to just wake up and have that passive income coming in regardless. However, like I said, if it makes sense and it could be something that our team can do where we can just easily bring in some extra cash, why not? Extra cash is the way that you're able to scale and, you know, just more longevity. Like for me, I got into my first multifamily because of wholesale transactions and fix and flips that I was doing. And we decided saying, you know what, this is one deal. It's $57,000 potential profit, but do the math. It's a long-term game, right? So if we do 10 flips a quarter over 4 quarters, that's 40 additional flips. Let's just say the average spread is $20,000. $20,000 times 10 times 4. You do the math. You know, that could be potentially, you know, $800 to $1 million extra in our pockets. So although one flip may seem small, and to some people watching this, they might think like 50 grand, 20 grand, 10 grand could change my life. And that's the goal of this, and that's the purpose of me doing these videos, to inspire you to want to do more, to start thinking about wealth building opportunities, ways you can invest, and how you can eventually be able to live a passive, cash-free. Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Honey, I'm home. The one and the only. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
I haven't seen you guys in forever. Hi.
Hi, Melanie.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? Good. Hi.
Has been a while.
I know. Say hi to YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
What's your name? What do you do? And how do you know me?
Oh, please stop this.
Come on.
I'm Melanie Mayer. I'm a closing attorney, and we are here to close alone today with Brittany.
Woohoo.
She's going to be doing another transaction with us.
I
Yay.
know. So we'll be here more often. Y'all gonna see her more often. Let's go say hi to Maria. Hi, Buttercup.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you? Oh my
gosh. You look pretty. Hi, Buttercup.
Thanks.
Hi, how are you?
They're the buyer, they're the sellers. There was no earnest money, and the seller's not providing any money for you. You're going to sign right there.
Did you see how she checks?
Other attorneys could never.
That's it.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
I think that's why you're spoiled. Because
Yeah, because I know
She actually dots her I's and crosses her T's. Yes.
she trusts me, and then she doesn't. I know that she still doesn't know how to read a settlement statement, and so I just go straight to it, going, "This is what you're going to get."
Yeah. Let's circle the amount. Wait, let me show. Okay. For you guys that don't know, this is a HUD statement. Wait, let's blur out the information at the top.
okay, guys, we just closed with Melanie at Melanie Mayer's office in Alpharetta in Georgia. Okay, so if you guys don't know, this is a HUD statement. Melanie, what is a HUD statement? You want to explain to them what is a HUD statement?
A settlement statement, or otherwise known as a HUD, is all the numbers. It shows what has been paid out to who and what the bottom lines are, what the seller's going to receive, what the buyer is going to pay, or in this case, what the buyer is receiving.
And this is a prime deal, prime example that you can get into a deal with little to no money, or you can find investors to fund your deal. We got into this property with zero of our own money, and we're actually walking away with money at the closing table.
Over $21,000.
And this money will go towards kickstarting our rehab budget. That's what we're using the money for. However, depending on your deal, maybe that's just a profit to you. And we're excited because we now have a new investor that's going to be funding our flips. Okay, guys. So basically, I got interrupted by Bree because she noticed on the paperwork that there was a discrepancy as far as who was going to pay the closing and who was going to pay for a plane ticket round trip to Costa Rica for the seller. So what happened was this property came to us from a wholesaler. Shout out to Sabri, his student actually. And what a wholesaler is the person that is in between a transaction. So you make money in between. So you're basically playing connector. And so a seller is interested in selling their home, and there's someone like me that's an end buyer that's interested in buying the property. The wholesaler makes money in between. So there's the A section, like A to B, which is the seller, and then there's the wholesaler in between, and there's someone like me, which is the B to C side, where I'm interested in buying the home from them. And the wholesaler in this situation, Sabri, was able to make a profit in between. So basically, he had made negotiations with the seller to buy a round trip plane ticket apparently to Costa Rica. Shout out to him. You know, if you want to sell your home, definitely call him. And that wasn't my liability. So that's basically what happened. But long story short, we got it sorted out and we are officially closed, and can't wait to show you guys everything that's going to happen. I'm going to show you guys the behind the scenes of what it looked like before, the afterwards. I'll tell you guys the process as far as, you know, listing the property, staging the property, and actually getting this baby back closed into Melanie's office to actually see what amount of profit we make. Our goal is to try to aim for about $57,000. That's the potential. But I would walk away with $40,000, $35,000. At the end of the day, a win is a win, a profit is a profit. And if you guys learned something, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to stay tuned for next week's video.